Hey there again, guys. Welcome to another Train Sim World 2 video. As promised, we're going to start rolling them out here. First up, something a little bit different than the norm. This is the Clinchfield Train 92, some of the bridge traffic southbound. We're currently in Elkhorn City, and we're going to do a bit of caboose riding. Play, I guess, the brakeman, I guess you could say. So we're going to go ahead and give up control here. All you got to do is run back and hop in one, give up control, and you're ready to roll. So we're going to just take a nice leisurely stroll and train ride, looking out of the nice views of this box window caboose, and ride down to Dante, Virginia. Definitely not out of the norm manifest traffic. This was obviously highly just a coal route, but they did host bridge traffic and quite a bit of it. There's an SD40 sitting over there by that tipple. But it's kind of cool. It's monumental, this being the first, I guess you could say, operational caboose in Sandpatch. Well, outside of Sandpatch grade. Sandpatch grade had the chassis caboose sitting about halfway up the line. Of course, not operational. So this is pretty neat, being able to mess around in this thing. What do we have here while we were waiting? It looks like a northbound pulled up. And that would be the Northbound Manifest. So yeah, in the first video I made, it was just kind of like a brief look, tutorials, if you will. This we're gonna take a good gander at the entirety of the route itself from Elkhorn City to Dante. I think it's roughly about a little over 20 miles. It takes a minute to get there because of twists and turns and all that. There's what we're in down there. Old box window caboose. Don't want to fall off this bad boy. Kick back, take a nice leisurely stroll through the mountains here, looking at the views, and there are views aplenty. Our first tunnel should be coming up here in just a moment, and we'll get a nice view of the river. And this river here, by the way, that kind of follows us for a little while, it's actually called the Russell Fork, like your eating utensil. I would often call branches of a river forks. Tunnel number 1. There's the river. Some rapids in the river up around that bend there. You just can't see them from here. But it's called Pool Point. Now the Russell Fork is going to be on our right hand side here for, well, most of the journey down. I gotta hand it to them. They did a decent job with the scenery. Some of the trees have that purple tinge, which I noted on in the last video. It's kind of weird, but it plays big on what kind of lighting and time of day you've got going on as well, and how purple it looks. Hop inside here for a minute. Have a look around. Obviously, climb up here in the cupola. Got our stove. Be neat if you could open the windows. I don't think you can, nor upstairs either. We got a reefer right here in front of us. And another tunnel. Dark. There we go. Daylight. But yeah, I'd say the quality on this Caboose is equally good, if not better, than the other bits of rolling stock and the engine as well. Yeah, I thought for some reason you could open the window. I guess not. And you're kind of stuck in the seat. If it was just a little bit lower, it'd be the perfect view. And you can actually jump around with your directional keys once you're sat. And you can do this downstairs as well. Just move around the views, just like if you're in the engine driving. So obviously he's on top of the Caboose. I love these rock faces. They did a nice job with a lot of these. Goes another tipple jutting out of the mountain there. Alright, that's all our views. Here we are on the back. Yeah, you can climb up this ladder here as well. Definitely don't want to fall off here. Would not be good. Oh! How the hell? How the hell did we end up on the front of the dang engine? There's a lot of views. Holy crap. Now we're on the... Oh dear. Where are we at? Alright, let's wait this out. This is not going according to plan. There we go. Huh. Okay, we are actually moving up the train here. No, we're not. There we go. Can I get up yet? Oh, I'm scared. What's going on here? If I didn't break something. Whoa. This is weird. Really weird. Oh my god, what is going on? The camera's going nuts. Holy crap. Okay, thank you God. Alright. I was able to get up out of the seat, but it threw us back here. Kinda weird. Alright, I think we're safe. So yeah, I intend to be making quite a few videos of the Clinchfield. Some of which some awesome folks in the modding community have already popped out several mods. One of which for the F7 and the EMD 567 Prime Mover. You're going to be taking a look at that. Someone made a sound pack for the SD40 as well as a horn, the RS3L for the SD40 as well, which, you know, as far as I'm concerned, anything that's not the default sounds from the SD40, I'll gladly take them. So we'll be making videos and looking at that a bit later on as well. But it's kind of cool just being able to chill out back here and see the route in a degree or a train in general, in Train Sim World, that you wouldn't normally see riding on the back like this. Should be hitting another bridge here in a moment, unless I missed it with whatever the hell was going on with the camera. do have quite a bit of passing track through here. It'll jump back to a single line in just a moment. There goes a dull arm signal, famous on the Clinchfield. There we go, we're singling out, so we should be passing that next bridge here in a moment. There it is. And tunnel. Whoop. So the next, I guess you can call it a town. I can't think of the actual name of it. I think it's called like a incorporated when it's not really a town, but it's kind of almost there. It's called Bartlick. Not much to it, but we should be passing through that here in a moment. Bart, like, you know, the spiky-headed yellow animated character, and then Lick, Bartlick. Oh, and I meant to point out as well, we are in Virginia. Essentially, the moment you come out of the tunnel on the south side of Elkhorn City, that's Virginia. That's pretty much the Virginia state line. Going to be hitting another tunnel here in just a moment. Cutting through the mountain where the river kind of branches off and around. And there's going to be a campground up here on our left. And I have heard, and I would love to be corrected if I am incorrect, I've heard there possibly may or may not be, I can confirm nor deny, some campers and possibly a wildlife entity scoping them out. Is our other bridge? So that campground's going to be on our right up here. So I don't know that it's going to appear here, or if it's even true. But the other day I was trying to think, where would there be campers through here? And there is a campground up here. So says Google Maps, anyway. So I'm going to keep my eyes peeled here. The farther we get away from the river, over to the right, is where it should start, the campground, that is. Alright, here's the next tunnel. So it should be just after this, after we exit this tunnel. It's called Thunder River Campground. Thunder River. Alright, here we go. Be on it in about 20 seconds. Keep your eyes peeled. Should be like a big sandy patch of land, not so many trees, where the campground is. Man, I wish we had a pause break like TS Classic. I guess the Unreal Engine doesn't quite work like that. Alright. So that might be a bit of an issue because a lot of these tipples don't exist anymore. And where the campground is where one of the tipples used to be. Here's our next bridge. So yeah, I guess I'll have to keep looking. Could be anywhere, really. There's another tipple. This road following us on the right hand side is called Splash Dam Road. I think that's the road that went over us right by that first tipple after the tunnel. Take a look at the map real quick. Look, it might have a train or some cars up here. Some rail cars. Oh, there it is. The Lone F7. That's a service that you can actually choose. It's a pretty neat service. Loading about, I think, 4 or 5 coal guns up. Man, you can feel those curves. Now, it's worth pointing out, there are some areas like this right now where, and I've noticed this on the Fremont Branch as well, where if you look, there's just no grass. It's very bare. And it's like these sections, and then all of a sudden, bam, it'll just start again to be, you know, grassed and all that. I don't know if that was done on purpose. Maybe they thought you wouldn't notice it. But I constantly go back and think, their quality assurance, you know, are they up to snuff? Is that working? Are there deadlines on time, like, you know, everything in every business, where they're just overlooked and they're like, all right, we'll just worry about that later if the time comes. But yeah, like through here, it is very bare. And I noticed that the other day playing through here. Because I was honestly a bit disappointed. My initial review was an 8. Overreached a little bit. I was a little excited, I'm not gonna lie. But I wanted to check out some of the branches in the spurs, so I went on the Fremont Branch, which is almost as long as the main line that you get between Elkhorn and Dante. But anyway, it goes east-west, and it's got a massive coal facility down at the far western end of it, and it looks amazing, the facility itself. But the grounds and the land around there do not look good at all. It's very bare, like this. And so I started heading east towards the main line. Looks like we're slowing down here for some reason. Started heading east for the main line, and hold on, getting sidetracked. What's going on? And it started getting better. Weeds and grass and stuff started showing up, which was nice. And then I would hit a spot where it would look like that. Now, mind you, just like right now, the trees and some of these odd bushes are still here, which makes it even weirder. So it's just like the procedural grass, or however the hell it works. I honestly don't know. I know nothing about the Unreal Engine. But just like through here, it's very bare. And the Fremont Branch, for the most part, was like that. So the farther I drove east, this kept happening. It was just very bare and bland, and not grassed up, I guess we'll say grassed up. And then you would go like 20, 30, 40, 50 feet, whatever, and then boom, it would just be a definitive line in the ground, and the grass and bushes would start again. But, uh-oh, we got a red here. Oh, shnikes. What's going on? We got somebody coming. Sweet. I think we can get off and play around a little bit here. Even thinking about hopping on a boxcar, maybe. These are one-sided doors, I think. Ah, it's locked. If we can get over there and unlock it. Come on, come on, come on. Go, go, go. What are you doing? Oh, can you not? Yes, yes. Yes. Alright, so we've gone from... I've always wanted to do this. I did a little bit on Twitch the other day streaming. We've gone from official brakeman to hobo freight hopping right here. Illegal activities, which I of course do not condone. Kids don't try this at home. Naturally, this is just for funsies. It's a game. But anyway, so the McClure Branch, and looking around as well, when I was looking through the services, I didn't really see a whole lot of stuff that went down the Fremont Branch. I think I said McClure by accident a second ago. But So that kind of put me off too, because it's got this massive facility down there. And anyway, I just thought it was odd, and it's a lot of trackage. So I'm hoping some peeps will end up making scenarios and whatnot. I tried myself with a couple of the CSX-8s, but the train ended up being too long to actually do anything with any coal guns. But the train should be coming any minute. Oh yeah, there he is, creeping on by. We would have taken precedent, I'm sure, but to ride in the Caboose, I had to run all the way from the front of the damn train to the back, which took a solid 3-4 minutes. And then I had to wait for the thing to pop up asking if you wanted to relinquish control of the locomotive. So anyway, back to the, I know I'm babbling here, the Fremont thing. It made me drop my initial review from 8 to 7 because of that. Because I feel like, for one, it wasn't done well. Like this bit through here, like, that doesn't look bad, okay? It doesn't look bad at all. It's not 3D grass. But it's some of these textures, the squares or however the hell they lay them, are so small that it becomes very repetitive, and it's so noticeable. And it just looks weird. It looks almost like a damn forest fire came through here and burned all the undergrowth. But we'll get up the line here a couple of miles, and you'll start seeing grass and stuff again. So it's really odd. Hopefully they'll touch that up if enough people say something about it. I hear something coming. There we go, baby. You're back on the move. Hobo style. Howdy, fellas. You definitely would not want to redeem yourself to them in real life. It would have the train stopped quickly and promptly arrested. So that'd be a northbound coal. Talk about a view now, man. Here we go. Look, see? Grass. We're getting grass again. The oddest damn thing. I don't get it. There's where the siding starts and ends, in our case. Odd how the sound keeps cutting out. By the way, if you're noticing that, that's not me. That's the game doing that. So that's Unreal Engine for you. But yeah, look, grass, weeds, flowers, they're all through here. Looks fine. Just that bit back there, man, that's just really noticeable. Big old empty boxcar. Well, it's actually a refrigerated car, I think. No tags in here. Another tipple. danger. Stranger danger. There's our train. About to hit another tunnel. It's a pretty deep ravine down there. Elevation is there's a really high ridge that runs through the northern part of the line that we've got in the game, and I think we're kind of rolling through that now. So yeah, anyway, regarding some of the branch lines, the one we went by at the top back there, I failed to point it out, was the Greenbrier, where that begins. And I don't believe we've passed the Fremont Turnout yet. Nope, we haven't. So this is the Fremont Turnout right here. Goes out this way. So this is what I was talking about with some of the grass and whatnot. The ground just looking really bad. And some patches of this route through here, and that's some sweet ass looking bit of trackage, man. Look at that. So I hope that's touched up, and we possibly get some services through there, because this is where the moss turn would go. MOSS, you know, like the nasty shit that hangs from trees. Moss, as in, it's like there's a loco sitting there now. But yeah, there's a big facility out here. One of the biggest from what we got here, actually. I think we got something sitting down there. So yeah, anyway, that's the Fremont. It's actually hard keeping track of these. The Haysai is up there as well. That might actually be the Haysai. I think we didn't get the Greenbrier. Honestly, I can't even remember. It's weird trying to pair this with the one I had for TS Classic, because they are different. Another passing sighting. I wish you could sit, like there was a sit command. Another loader. That's a great spot right there to sit down in free cam, or hell, just walk in mode if you can get down there. Watch trains go over that trestle back there, because the train line is, well, the bridge is curved. Not only is it curved, it's leaning as well, which is kind of cool. Another tunnel. Oh dear. Oh dear. Holy moly. Did we just get smacked? Oh my god. We are locked in a boxcar, guys. Shit. You can't get out. That's how it would be in real life, too. You would be screwed. Oh my god. Is there any way? That might be the end of the video right there. I don't think there's any way you can get out of this thing. I guess the part of the tunnel hit us. It's getting dark again. Crap, crap, crap. Now sometimes you can hit Control 0. I don't know if some of you know about that little trick. Just like if you hit Control plus or minus to take you to or from a couple of engines in the consist, but that might be our only option here. Yeah, there's no way to unlock this sucker. Might be our only option. Try and use Control 0. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's getting dark again. Yeah, that's it. We can't hit Control 0. Oh, wait a minute. It just let us through here. Okay, hold on. Should this be happening? I think it's something with those tunnels. Caboose is right there, man. If I could just see if I can reach the lock on this thing. Yeah, it's not actually letting me hit the lock. Because that's a lock right there. God, hell in a handbasket in 2.1 second. Now I'm afraid to go back in, because if I go back in, I don't know if I can stick my head back out. But anyway, the Control 0 trick doesn't work because we didn't have control of an engine. And I think that's when that only works, is when you're sitting in an engine. So what we'll try and do, I reckon, is pop our head outs on the other side, so we're not looking at the side of a mountain the whole time when we go back in the tunnel. But we somehow, I don't know if you noticed, but I noticed, that's how I knew something was wrong. We started tumbling backwards through all these boxcars, like, you know, just floating through space and time and physical objects. And I hit forward and stopped it. We ended up way back here because Caboose is right there. Alright, there's your tunnel. Man, I wish I could have at least reach a ladder or something. Shit. Alright, here we go. This is, see the open box car up there? That's where we were. This is not going according to plan. Oh, here we go. We're outside. Alright, so it's like these aren't physical objects. We're just finding out all kinds of stuff here today. I still can't unlock it, and if you can see that, when I hit unlock, the door actually jumps. But that's it, man. So we're just sticking our head out the side like a dog in a truck. This is very odd. There's the open boxcar right up there. You can just see it. So we somehow fell back here. That's crazy. Crazy. Alright, here comes the Fremont Branch. So I will skip over to the right. man, I wish you could open the damn door. I don't want to go too far though and just fall out completely. That would not be good. This has got to be a hobo's worst nightmare, getting locked in a boxcar like this. Alright. We are coming up on the Fremont Branch here. The big embankment going to be off to our right here. The line reaches up through it. And then a little bit farther south off to the right is the McClure Spur. McClure Spur. So anyway, the facility I was talking about at the end of the Fremont Branch coming up here is called Moss Number 1, and it's a preparation plant. I think one of the largest, if not the largest, for the Clinchfield Coal Company. So pretty much every coal train that would run through here for the most part would get it unrefined, and they would head down the Fremont Branch and it would be cleaned, if you will, and then shipped abroad. They'd go back down to Dante, which has got a huge classification yard. We didn't get it in this. Now if you get this route on TS Classic, you'll see the huge classification yard. But down there it would be weighed, classified, all that good stuff, and sent out. But I mean, Clinchfield handled other railroads' coal as well. It wasn't just their own. They did C&O, L&N, Interstate, Norfolk Western. And that's in fact the major interchange. Just spitballing here, trying to remember as it comes. The big interchange up north of here was the C&O, and that's at Elkhorn City. The Norfolk and Western and L&N, which is Louisville and National, they'd come in and online at St. Paul. Alright, did we miss it, actually? Let's look at the map here. Okay, yeah, we're coming by it right now. Right now. So it's up there. You can kind of see a little break in the terrain up there. That's where the line is. Getting lower and lower. You can see the ballast. goes. So yeah, a little bit more history about the Clinchfield. They had a lot more rolling stock and engines than what we've got here. They had an FP7. They had an F7B, old school switcher, some of the oldest SW7s. They had several of those. NW2s and NW3s, also very old switchers. F5s, F7s, which is what's at the head of this consist. The respective B units, GP7s. Now that's what I would personally love to have on this. At some point, it's like an engine add-on or something. Is a high-nose GP7. They had GP38s, SD40s, which is what we got. U36Cs, and for those of you that have Train Sim Classic, you'll probably be aware of that. They released I'd say at best, mediocre model of that. With the Clinchfield branding and some, it actually came with some pretty decent coal guns and a caboose as well. They had SD45-2s, SD45s, old, really small Jeeps, GP11, GP15, I'm sorry, 16. And then they had GP38-2s and SD40-2s, as naturally as time went on. Got a little bit more high tech. Alright, so that branch right there is the McClure, I believe. That's real quick, we just went by it. Yep, that is the McClure there. Now we'll have one more branch down here on our right. I kind of want to stick my head out the other way. Anyway, that next one is Nora. Well, damn, yeah. So I was thinking this was only allowing me to happen because the inside of the tunnels were weird. But no, you can just stick your head out anywhere. I wonder if you can do it not at the doors. No, so that is solid. Alright, good deal. Well, it's not a total loss then. Don't want to fall. So there's plenty of room for them to, by them I mean Dovetail obviously, and whoever else, third-party devs, to give us some more rolling stock for the Clinchfield. They had a ton of leasers as well, several, from what I can distinctly remember, Santa Fe U-boats in Santa Fe colors, which would be cool as hell to see. But you've got the whole BNSF issue with that, so. But it all started from the Carolina, Clinchfield, and Ohio. It was roughly about a 270-mile bridge route, or what they would also call a tidewater route. Across 2 mountain ranges, 5 states, which of course are Kentucky, Virginia, Tennessee, North Carolina, and South Carolina, which is where the route ends, which the direction we're going, we would eventually end up there. I think Spartanburg. But we get 2 of those states. We get a tiny bit of Kentucky, and the rest of it's in Virginia. But anyway, it was organized from, I mean, in the U.S. in the old days, there were just a ton of short lines, little tiny, 5, 10, 8, 20, 30, whatever mile railroads. And that's a weird 2D tree there. Like somebody accidentally placed that instead of a 3D tree. That's odd. So anyway, yeah, they were all merged. You had the CC and O. One of the easygoing things about it is all the grades, and it definitely was not like this across a lot of the U.S., but the grades were kept at a pretty nominal 1.5%, so that's not bad at all. Now the doll arm. Couple of gondolas. So anyway, that was its beginnings. It's now CSX owned and operated, and while most of this is shut down, what you see here is long gone. A lot of the tracks are still laid. They're just highly weeded and rusted. Probably wouldn't even be able to see them right on top of them. But yeah, they still run coal and other things through here. It was shut down for several years, and they reopened it with the new president. Not the U.S. president, the CSX press. Alright, we are coming up on the Nora. Now, I think you get to do quite a bit of stuff on the Nora in the game. I feel like several of the services are Nora turn. There's like an 8-part. I haven't been down it yet. I definitely want to check it out, though. Uh-oh, we're slowing down. What's going on? What's going on? But I hope, and the more I play this, and obviously figure it out, I hope a lot of these spurs and branch lines were utilized, because I feel like with the media and the press kit, whatever you want to call it, that came with this route, that promoted it, spoke quite a bit about those and how they were different from the TS Classic trackage. So I hope they're used, you know, and you're not just stuck to using the roughly, what, 25-mile main line that we get here in the game. So back to the TS Classic version, we got, I kept trying to think of what the name was, we've got St. Paul, the name of the town, that I believe was the anchor city in the TS Classic version. Alright, here we go, Nora Turnout, right here. So that's the junction for the Nora spur. on down that way. Another bridge. Next up, you got Trammel. Now, is that the last branch line that we got in the game? Yeah, Trammel is it's right in here somewhere. It's like right before Dante. And then farther south of Dante is St. Paul, which is a pretty cool looking town. It looks nice in TS Classic. If any of you have TS Classic, I'd highly recommend checking out the Clinchfield version of that. It's pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of the stock that we got with it because of a lot of TS stuff that's recycled. But I try to modernize it. I use more CSX stuff, your odd, Southern or Norfolk Southern, Norfolk Western, L&N engines, stuff like that. Chassis, C&O, of course. But it's a unique railroad, the Clinchfield. It'd be cool as hell if we had the whole thing, because if you were to continue going south, you'd get down to, I think, Waycross. And of course not the Waycross, Georgia. That's a big CSX area. But Tennessee, which is on the Tennessee state line. And then you'll run through Tennessee to Kingsport, which is obviously one of the current big CSX areas. You keep on going south, mainly southeast, and then you'd crawl over the South Carolina line. I went straight to South Carolina. I meant to say North Carolina as well. Big old tunnel coming up. Looks like we have a train sitting here. We do. Very nice. Make sure and hop on the left side. A couple of coal guns right there. Another tunnel. I just noticed these telephone poles have little foot pegs on them. I don't know if that's something new. I don't remember that being on Sand Patch Grade. Maybe they were. Kind of a nice little detail. Following towns in order are going to be Laurel Branch, unless we've gone through it already. I don't think we have. You got Wakinva, then there's the Long Branch. We start running alongside the McClure Creek, same name as the McClure Branch. And then a little town called Trammel. And then right after that should be Dante. So the biggest tunnel on this piece of trackage is northeast Dante. So as soon as we hit that tunnel, the other side is going to be our final destination. Going to start climbing down out of the tunnel, big bank to the left, and then past the church and all that, which it's famous for right there, right on the railroad. I'm noticing more and more areas just completely devoid of grass and bushes. And I'm just really curious as to how that's happened. Is that intentional? Somebody just forget? Another tipple. Noticing some of these power poles too do not have lines on them every now and then. Another big tipple coming up here. Alright, we should be seeing that northbound waiting any minute. There's the dull arm, there's the train. Couple of 40s, or a troop, shall we say. And there he goes. I had to remember there just for a moment we're on the end of the train because I heard him start powering up, and kind of made me nervous. Alright, should be the big tunnel coming up. Try and pop over and look at that tipple over here. Watch, y'all. I'll end up falling out of the damn train at the last possible worst second. Mile marker 32, or mile post, if you will. There's the switches. And we're going to be in the dark for about a minute or two here. See, here we go again. It's just completely devoid of any kind of grass through here. Possibly a case of, you know, because obviously 3D items, anything, hit performance and frame rate, so, you know, I'm wondering if it's a case of that, and they know, they're well aware, and they just decided not to put something there for the sake of frame rate. Because it, you know, while it doesn't have the best frame rate, but what does in Train Sim World, unless you've got a friggin' NASA, you know, or NSA computer, which I don't. I've got a first-gen Ryzen, so I'm CPU bound, unfortunately, but I'm getting a solid 60 right here. I've got it on 150% screen res as well, with everything maxed out. Now, if you're in the engine, it's a different story. There's a lot more going on, and then when you pass a train, what I've noticed here as well is it tanks big time. Just one train. It's really odd because some routes, you know, you can pass 2, 3, 4 trains sometimes. So, but I think they had a trick with this one, obviously, because you're stuck in these valleys and hollows and whatnot, and the distant scenery is hidden for the most part. So that's good. So they can obviously do routes like this fairly well. So again, I don't think performance is an issue. I don't think it's a big hit. So it just makes me wonder about the whole grass thing. Slowing on down a bit. And I hope they make good with the horn too, the RS3L. And I've seen a lot of your comments recently about, you know, shame with the sounds, but that's true. I mean, if you watched any of the upcoming stuff for the Root when they were kind of showcasing it, it was obvious. It was blatantly obvious. Does it make it okay? No, but we knew it was going to happen. But luckily, the F7 is decent, you know. And from day one, I had that feeling that because with a lot of Train Sim World Roots, that's what you're going to get. There's going to be a route, and there's typically 2 trains that'll come with it, right? And one train will be like, you know, the golden goose or whatnot. It's like that's the one. They spend more time on that. Here we go, coming out of the tunnel here. This is called the Laurel Branch over here on the right. Can't see it over here, but anyway. So they focus on one piece of rolling stock, one engine, kind of like, you know, Southeastern High Speed, the Faversham route came out before this one. It was the Javelin 395. That was the new one. Then we got the 375. You know, which was essentially the same damn thing that we got on East Coastway. So the same thing happened here. I had that feeling from day one that the SD40 was just going to be like a slightly revamped SD40-2 that we got for Stamp Patch Grade, which turns out to be the case. But it looks good. I mean, when it comes down to the visual model, they've got it down. Their stuff looks pretty damn good. But fortunately, like I mentioned earlier, people are making mods, which is excellent. I think it shows 2 things. It obviously shows initiative and people want stuff to be better. But it shows that the route is doing well from a sales standpoint as well, I guess, because to be honest, I haven't seen squat for the Arosa line as far as mods. Nothing. I don't even know if you can mod it, you know. I honestly don't know. But so anyway, someone's made an F7 sound pack, which I currently have, and an SD40, I'm going to say -2, it's not a -2, SD40 sound pack as well, and SD40 horn, which they're all pretty good. They're not fantastic. They're not Searchlight simulation level quality. You know, for the most part, with anything Train Sim, I wish people would kind of put that out of their head. Because it's apples and oranges, you know. It's not really fair to try and compare things like that. But it's better than the default stuff that we got for this route. So, and I will be taking a look at those and making videos of those as well here at some point. All right, we are creeping into Dante. Big curve. Oh, did we miss the church? No, not yet. Fall out at the last possible second. That'd be terrible. Your barn. far as development, though, you can definitely tell they put more time and effort in the two anchor towns, Dante and Elkhorn City, as far as scenery. There's the famous church. Like we're going to be plopping down just outside of the maintenance yard here, I think. Coal train, southbound, full up, which is pretty much the norm for the Clinchfield. They would go both ways, but it'd mainly be southbound. Full south, empty up. Well, we made it to Dante. Looks like they are going to stop us just north of the depot down here. I'm curious too, as just writing, like what the hell happens from here? I think the whole dispatcher thing. So that's it. Oh, look, we were able to get out. Oh, no, we weren't. Oh, God. Oh, it's moving again. Holy crap. What's going on? Help. Help. Where's this train going? So yeah, this whole time I've been... Oh, no, there we go. We finally fell. Okay. Let's crawl through here. Jeez. What a ride. I sure as hell wouldn't want to do that in real life. The guys that do it, though, man, they got cojones, brass cojones. So yeah, that's it. Here is the Dante, I don't know the official name, the Dante maintenance yard, but it's pretty cool. It's got a turntable, a couple of engines will be chilling down here. I really am curious where this train's going though. I always wondered about that. They just stop and disappear? See the door's still open on the back of the Caboose. Lord. But oh, she's speeding up now. But we'll just let it go on down the line, that's it. Just a quick, nice look at the main line from Elkhorn City to Dante, which is what we did in a Caboose slash a bit of a hobo cam and view. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Just trying something different today. Otherwise, that is all. for now, take care, and always thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.